yeah. This one? He looks, I don't know, man. He might be like the new gay woke version, you know? But I'm down. I'll roll with that.
This one is just something that's currently going on right now. They're still trying to find who's going to play the next 007.
Oh yeah, because it's not Idris Elba no more?
No.
Why?
And,
or Henry Cavill?
They don't know who it's going to be.
They should have Seal.
Seal?
Because he has a British accent. If they're looking for a black guy with a British
Joe.
accent,
You're right.
Seal.
You want to know what's keeping people like that keeping it from being an easy choice?
His age?
Yeah, it is because
Seal's old now.
Well, it's not that they're so much that they're old, because Daniel Craig, when he got the role, was already.
See, Daniel Craig was like, right? Yeah, he's old.
But the thing is, the contract is a 12-year commitment.
Because it's always like, it's gonna be like 5 movies still, right? Exactly.
And there's no telling how fast they can get them done. So they need you to be committed to being Bond for 12 years. So
and then they're like, I don't want to do just that. I want to do other movies too.
Well, you also don't want to be 50-something and having to still be Bond, you know.
Well, Tom Cruise could do it. Well, or he did.
I don't know,
He
man.
did. He could have done it. He could have.
Yeah. But then, like, I mean, Sean Connery was, he was a little older too. But then the way that the Bond movies are now, it's
much more action based. Yeah, much
more physically demanding. Yeah.
Also, did anybody see that No Time to Die / Bond documentary that Daniel Craig did?
No.
About his journey becoming Bond and stuff like that. I mean, it was really crazy. It's not super long. I don't remember what fucking streaming platform it on. Maybe Apple TV, I think. At the time, this is when No Time to Die was coming out. But it was a really, really good watch. I had COVID, that's why I watched it. But he was talking about how when he became Bond, Bond has such a huge like brand identity, you know, like history that's like so many epic movies and the story and stuff like that, that when he became Bond, everybody hated on him super hard.
The first one.
Yeah, his very first one, before Casino Royale, right?
Because he was a different style. He has a different style of Bond. Yeah.
So he wasn't ready for that press. Everybody's just talking shit on him. There was like bondnotblonde.com as a website started going up.
Wow.
Petitions were signed in like the tens of thousands to like have it recasted. Like, so he, you know, there's a lot of social anxiety and pressure that like.
Who's
really,
the original one? Sean Connery?
Original? I think it was Sean Connery.
Yeah. Oh, he was the first? There had to be people before him, no?
Wait, wasn't he brunette? The first one. No?
Wasn't it? No. There's. I think it was Sean Connery. There's one other dude. There was something more.
Richard Moore.
No. Was it Richard Moore?
I thought it was Richard Moore. Maybe not.
Which one's the brunette one? The 90s one.
Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, it really was Sean Connery, right? That's wow, 1962. Yeah.
You know why? Because there's that Thai one with the little dude.
Yeah. There's a little dude.
Yeah,
who's always
little
the little henchman who's always like, fuck, what does he say?
What, the Filipino?
It's like Hasbullah's like rival, Abdul. He looks like him.
Which one is that?
But yeah, anyways, they talk about.
He's fed up.
I know what you're talking about. You know, and then they talk about the fucking how like everybody expects so much from Bond, but then he ends up the funny thing is like paparazzi like hide in the sand for that very first scene or one of those scenes in Casino Royale where he comes out of the water.
Yeah.
So apparently paparazzi like dug themselves into that beach that morning in order to get the right
Holy
photo.
shit!
Right? And then they do that scene where he comes out the water all fucking like nearly naked and just buff as fuck.
Jacked, yeah.
They paparazzi that moment, they throw it on tabloids, and then suddenly everybody's like, okay, never mind, this Bond is hella hard and sexy. And then everybody was down for it after that.
I remember seeing that.
He's my favorite Bond because he's the most realistic one.
Also, Casino Royale is like a sick ass movie.
It was.
He just
Casino
took
Royale's
those-
fucking.
He took those nut checks, gangster, bro.
Pow!
And was laughing. He just kept going. That's it. I'm like, he's like, you barely even grazed it. I was like, wow.
Yeah, he's like, scratch the left one.
Yeah. To the left.
Everybody will know that you died scratching my balls. Like, that shit's hardcore.
I love the narrative with those movies because that's when he like fell in love and then never again. Remember that?
Yeah.
Trade. So it really shows
With Vesper.
why he's acting like that in the future. If this was looked at,
He misses her.
And then he talks about in that documentary too, though, like after a couple of the movies, it's so like such a taxing experience, both like mentally, like everything around, like the world is like you are now Bond. You are no longer like Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
It's like Carlton. Him and Carlton. Like have
Alton
it.
Banks
Yeah.
or Steve Urkel, Jaleel White.
Yeah.
When you become something that's so iconic that it's bigger than who you are, like you can't walk out on the street without like being that person as well. And it changed everything. He didn't even want to do like
that's
the
so
last movie or some shit.
That's why it's true. Like not everyone even wants that role.
I actually didn't like Daniel Craig as Bond.
No, you didn't. When you watch the movie, or like.
Well, the movie's great, but in my image, Bond is supposed to be like a. No, he's like a gentleman warrior, right? So like.
Daniel's pretty gentleman.
Well, I think it's like an action movie to me. Like the style and everything, it became more of an action movie than.
More of like a
look like
Playboy,
a
players,
spy movie?
players.
Kingsman.
Yeah, like a Kingsman
So like using
with
your-
gadgets. Yes.
I see what you mean.
Because he's more like a Navy SEAL now versus
A
like
clever, like.
a spy, like cunning. Well, he is. He has those elements, but then like
He does muscle his way out of certain things.
it's too like realistic in a sense.
But,
where,
but
like,
that was kind of like half of the point, right? Like trying to take it back to a more raw, actually physical, capable like person versus like these spy situations where you get to like click a button on something and that like turns into a Megazord and you get to blast your way out. You know what I mean?
Watch becomes a blimp.
Which is why I feel like they had to tone it down in the artistry. Like Q ended up being like this young scientist who only gives him a gun that's like registered. You know what I mean? Like they tried to simplify it.
So then,
That's
that being
what I
said, Joe, just Joe, let me get your impression without knowing anything about these people. These are all the people that could possibly become Bond. Let me know your first impression, yes or no, each of them. Is that Bond to you?
Fuck no. Sorry, that's Joe's answer. I say fuck no to that.
it depends on his. His smile's too big, but
Okay.
it depends. It depends on his vibes. It depends. This guy to me looks like a fucking frat boy. I can't do it.
okay,
He's not.
okay.
He's not. He's not. He's no.
He doesn't look smart.
Justin Timberlake.
Oh my god.
He's too pretty.
Yeah, nah, he's a little too young.
Pretty.
Remember, he's got 12 years to do this though. You know what I'm
Even worse. That guy doesn't.
Handsome Squidward.
Who's that?
saying? So Squidward.
Is that Harry
Don't fucking
Styles?
Scare nobody, dude.
How about that?
Oh, that's
Maybe.
cool.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. I could see him being that.
He's probably the most British looking one to me.
That's Slumdog Millionaire.
It looks like it.
He is. Yeah, that's
He
it.
could pull it off for sure.
Yeah, Dev Patel.
You know what? Because there's been a fuck ton of
The Beast.
He's alright. Yeah.
Oh yeah. This one.
He looks. I don't know, man. He might be like the new gay woke version, you know. But I'm down. I'll roll with that.
Gay woke version.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Oh my god.
Shaken, not stirred.
Yeah.
Who's that? Oh,
Maybe,
Aaron.
yeah.
What's his face?
That's a Quicksilver.
Yeah. No.
I'm not going
Slash
based off
badass?
of sex appeal.
him.
I'm
Or
going
Kick-Ass,
based
sorry,
off
Kick-Ass.
of
Spy appeal.
spy appeal and gadget appeal.
How about this?
Hell yeah,
Tom Hardy. Yeah, Tom Hardy.
He's an interesting candidate because
He's just too jacked to be 007.
he's one of the only people that won't discuss it.
Yeah.
They asked him like, "Oh, do you want to be Bond?" And all he said was, "I can't say anything because the moment you speak on it, you don't get it." So he's just like taking.
So he does want to be Bond.
So he does want it, but he understands that when you talk about a role too much about wanting it, they don't give it to you.
Maybe it's the beard, but to me, he feels like a retired special like ops guy.
Like
And they're
Taken
we need
4?
you back, and then he's all like, "I'm retired," and they're like, "Come on, we need you."
I fucks with Tom
In
Hardy.
that world, though, most of those dudes are former Navy SEAls or Special Forces. Like the CIA field agents are former SEAls and former like Delta guys.
Huh?
Nah.
Crazy
No?
Rich Asians.
Man, like, no hate to the Asians, but he's too pretty, bro. Like, I need him to look a little more like. He doesn't look military to me.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Neck Shark.
He looks like underwear model, you know?
Yeah, he's good for a romance position.
Who the fuck is this? Tom Brady? Who's that?
His name is Sam Heehan.
Maybe.
I think I'm a Tom Hardy guy so far. Man.
Yeah, I'm Tom Hardy and the guy before Tom Hardy.
Maybe,
Edgar or
maybe.
whatever.
He's got nice eyes though, huh?
All the white guys are maybes.
Tom Hiddleston, Loki.
Definitely not.
No.
Definitely not.
If you
Definitely.
want to do James Bond the comedy,
Bro, that fool got a weak jaw, dude. Fuck that.
Weak jaw.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I think.
Oh, it's from Star Wars.
Yeah.
To me,
John
he has
Boyega's
to be
cool.
believable. Like I have to believe that they could kick some ass.
Okay.
Or I have to believe that they were in the military.
Oh,
And
okay.
he's from the UK too, right?
Good prereqs.
Yeah, so he got
Those are
that.
good
There's a
prereqs.
look.
He's from the Empire.
Yeah. Now his jaw's weak.
You have to be British. Cause you know those motherfuckers come over here steal our roles.
They like kind of have to be.
Can we go there and steal their roles, man?
His jaw's weak.
I do think.
That fool got fucking. He needs shoulder sleeves because he got weak
Ooh,
shoulders.
how about that?
Jake Gyllenhaal?
Oliver Jackson Cohen.
Maybe.
Oliver Jackson
I need to see shoulders, dude. That fool too.
He's showing you a shoulder.
You sound like a casting director now.
Dude, like.
Shoulders.
Do you believe a 6 foot 135 pound guy to be a fucking special ops guy?
Yeah, that's true.
No. Fuck no, dude.
It's not the last one. How about that?
Maybe. Yeah. Sope dirisu. Yeah.
Yeah?
I don't know.
It says.
Maybe they're all British guys.
What does it say? I can't even read that. Gangs of London?
Gangs of London.
Yeah, see,
yeah.
they
You
get
seen that?
they get the UK like.
All right, how about that?
Lance Armstrong?
Yeah. Look at his jaw. Look at his fucking jaw.
That's a good jaw,
That fool
yeah.
got a fucking
No,
chiseled jaw.
he
dude.
looked too square to me. All of his roles, all of his roles are like way too square.
Jeez, yeah, that is a chin.
He was the assistant in fucking The Bourne Identity or whatever, right?
Was he?
Tom Hopper, dude.
Okay, that's it.
I'm a Tom Hardy vote.
Yeah. Tom Hardy for me.
Tom Hardy has an unfair advantage because we've seen the dope shit.
And we
that
like
he's
him.
done.
We like him.
Yeah, he does some
We already
dope
like him.
stuff.
We got to give a new person a chance.
I like the kick-ass guy as my second vote.
Who's the kick-ass guy?
Oh, interesting.
Because the kick-ass guy's also done a lot of other military like spots, and he's just been like a captain in like a lot of like other SEAL movies and shit like that. He knows how to play that role. He's been trained in all that military stuff. He's got that hard-ass look, but he also has that kid-ass look. So I think he's got a lot of range.
He was good in Tenet and Bullet Train. Did you watch Bullet Train?
Yeah, he was good in Tenet. I haven't seen Bullet Train.
So just as a closing thing, you guys know that there's currently open betting on who's going to be.
Really?
And here's the spread for the odds. So
All right, I bet on Hasbullah, dude.
So, Henry
Cavill.
Cavill's still the number one spot that they think is going to become Bond.
Is that listed in order? Because look at the spread on. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. Because then these are least likely, so the reward.
Wait, who's Henry Cavill?
Superman.
You can't have Superman playing him.
That's not fair.
I think he would do a pretty cool job though, but I don't know if he's like the 12-year Bond. I think he's like a fantasy.
Cause Bond got some internal demons too. You know what I mean? It's like a.
yeah.
Oh, true, yeah. Also, they did say that the new Bond is going to have more sensitivity towards like misogynistic situations.
Oh, because Bond is so toxic masculinity?
So they are going to try to fix that a little
It's gonna be
bit.
a tough era.
You know
for
how
one of
we're
these
gonna
Bonds.
completely fix this? Bretman Rock as
Oh yeah.
Bretman Rock as Bond, Hawaii secret agent.
Yeah. It could be James or Jenna Bond. We don't know.
Yeah.
And he just does everything.
Nice. They break it down. I don't really know these people, to be honest.